sing real good. We worship real good. We do all these things, but we fail to be the church. Right. And what we're doing and what is taking place is very similar to what happened to Israel. Israel was God's chosen people, the covenant people of God. It was Israel that received the law. It was Israel in whom God entered into a covenant relationship with them. They were his precious people. Amen? Amen. But along the way, they lost something. And you might be saying, well, preacher, how do you know they lost something? Verse 29. It lets us know, and we talked about this on Sunday, where too often we go too quickly by a verse. And sometimes you got to drop anchor and fully understand what's being told here. Verse 29 lets us know that Israel lost their way. Yes. Mm-hmm. But he wanted to justify himself, wanted to justify his actions, wanted to justify his behavior, wanted to justify his way of life, wanted to justify his thought pattern, wanted to justify his behavior, goes extra after Jesus tells him that the entire law is summed up in two things. Love the Lord with everything you got, and then love folk. Amen. Those two things. Like we make things hard, we make things complicated. You go through the entire law is summed up in two things. You love God with everything you got. In your innermost being, you love him with everything. Yeah. And then the folks that's around you, you love them like you would love yourself. If you do that, you've done the entire law. Right. But then the man says to justify his actions, to justify his behavior, to justify the way that he looks and thinks about things, he then says what?